Yeah.
I'm gonna turn the air off, but this gonna cool this house off good.
Yeah, I know.
Huh?
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
You should feel it back there.
I feel it in here.
Ooh, that's wonderful. Ooh. She done had too much to eat now. Stop breathing like that.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set, like 80. 55. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check. Joker, 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 Joker. Take two of them. Hey, check 20 blockers.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Loco! Bravo! Watch it, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Alert. Focus, focus. Alert 3. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on. Easy, easy. Check. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Not the best of starts here. We know they're on a 2-game skid. 3 and out. That's not what they had drawn up.
Not even close, and now what you're asking your defense to do is pick you up. And they've had to do that, I'm sure, during this losing streak. Hopefully you've got one of those confident defenses that says, we'll take care of that. Hopefully you'll get back on track soon.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's the second-year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. He hits Jermaine Kearse. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. That is caught. It's Perriman. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Smith trying to run for it. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Ito Smith, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, now.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Jacksonville, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard
Jack
line.
16. Right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
We always talk about, we always look for guys with fresh legs down the stretch of a long NFL season. Well, in Week 16, he was the AFC Player of the Week, and it looks like he's going to be strong for Week 17 as well.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Here's Hines. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
Got spin. Watch the ship. Heat these two. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. 6-6. Pull it high. Whirl. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. You got it. What's up? 59. What's up? 59.
Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Hey, exit. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Switch, double. Switch.
After the interception, here's Darnold. He'll buy some time right. He's going to look deep for Perriman. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
180. Mike 54. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Snickers. Snickers. Give me that ball, defense. Check 99. Check 99. Under crunch. Mike 5.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Hines. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Double up. He's coming, double up. Watch the edge. Watch safety creeping. Sakes the flag.
This is Hines. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars! Kalen Ballage, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the 1st. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a 1st down, throwing the ball. Instead, they've run it, and as you said, picked up the 1st down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And as these guys enter play in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now a run for Barner. There he goes inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Mike's 56. Check. Fresno. And 80. Show me 10.
A first down carry for Smith. Tackle there by Clay Matthews. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics. Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Hey, wahoo! 56.
Third and long, it's Darnold. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Clay Matthews, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on fourth down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Mike 55. Mike 50.
In your face.
You good? Bang.
And they'll start on the ground with Hines. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Shoot. Check 43. Middle. I got motion man. Me. I got this.
On second down now, it's Hines. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They run with Hines. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
These two. Mike. 50. Hey, alert. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Here we go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch twins. Alert. Hey, Alpha. Take both of them. Check your hot read. Check it. Double.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Got a man open. That's Harry. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. be able to knock the ball through the post and take the three.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on.
There we go.
I love that word, hot, because
that's the
every
best
team in the
damn
league
one in the
wants to
league.
go into the playoffs on that uptick.
Come on, baby.
Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meet. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jamie Collins in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Check 50, check 50. Man, 80. 56. Check. Hey, two. Get him.
Darnold from the gun. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that'll wind up
First of all, how's he
incomplete.
getting that wide
Old
open?
play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Me and you. Solid, 5 down. I'm coming after you. Middle. I'm coming after you. Check. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Now Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Deebo Samuel, the rookie wideout, his intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
That running shit dead this game.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
All day, baby, all day. 56. Mike, 56, right there, right there.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. And that's caught inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
Check three. Sponge.
They'll run on 1st down. Smith. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Check nine.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it.
Come on.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Down. 50, plant. 56. Rabbit. Get it.
And this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Now Barner. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you have most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end.
Mix it up on him, baby.
This last play made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done.
You go tight.
On 1st down, Hines. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Check 52. Check nickel. Check.
They run again with Hines, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Alert. Check. Lucky. Hey, check 20.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. He
Let's
takes
go,
us to
Hines.
about 6 down inside the 40.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
These two. Mike's 54. Take both of them. 54. Get in the weight room. Take 2 of them. Hey, switch gears.
On 2nd down, it's Hines.
Baby, you got
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this.
Ow!
Lose yardage here. As they
Waited
will
too long
switch ends
to
as
go.
time has run out on this
Damn.
3rd quarter of play. Back now in Jacksonville. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their
61
first
and 2 to
timeout.
win.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
25. Check 25. 8. Hey, echo. Focus. Watch a slack. Easy. Slack. Shift. Slack is good.
They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Hines. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
We got this.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Single.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Darnold again has it complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Red 80. Mike 56. Mike.
It's a gain of 34.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. And he'll be tackled 23 after a gain of 3.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Don't get nervous.
To throw is Darnold. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run with Smith. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. They need a touchdown, but also have to be wary of leaving too much time for Rupp. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Ito Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Come on.
I don't know about that.
We do that, baby.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, middle. Watch the ship. Watch that. Watch that. Watch that. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll try the left side. It's Hines, and he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Monday. Kill. Quarter. Whip. Watch the whip. Switch. Switch. Kill, 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 kill. Hey, turn it up, turn it up. Check 99, check 99. Undercrush, undercrush.
They'll run for it.
Damn!
He's
Ah!
not
That should
gonna
have
get the
passed the
first. I
ball.
don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage.
Ah.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the fourth quarter now. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. They'll run it now with Barner. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
61, matchbox lights. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. It's it. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Darnold now to throw. Complete. Smith has it.
Man, still game.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
I should have passed the ball.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Smooth. 55. Take 2 of them. Watch the curl. Watch the curls. Check 3. Check the bump. Check, check. Fresno. 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 Flash and turn.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then hand.